The majority of people coming to Ireland are coming on work permits to work in industries and services across the length and breadth of the country, and they do so legally. People from the European Union or Britain come here without even a work permit. Over the last number of years, we have large numbers come to Ireland from Ukraine, and that has put pressure on our system, and we need to acknowledge that. We also see an increase in people coming from countries outside of Europe seeking international protection, and these two groups are the main focus of people's attention when it comes to genuine, often, concerns around immigration. Those fleeing war in Ukraine must be supported in every possible way that we can. However, the government's two-tier system, which has been put in place by Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, has caused concerns of inequality among many people. We have UN obligations to help and give emergency accommodation and medical services to people when they come to our country. However, they need to be realistic. These emergency provisions cannot last indefinitely. It is important that people from Ukraine and anywhere else that move into a normal system for services like everybody else across the country. Of course, they should be encouraged and assisted to find employment quickly after their arrival in order for them to eventually pay for their own accommodation. If they are entitled to other benefits, then they should be assessed for them just like everybody else in the state. Now, there are also, of course, all sorts of false and exaggerated stories being shared that need to be called out. Ukrainians do not get €5,000 each to buy a new car when they come to Ireland. Asylum seekers do not abandon children's buggies on buses and get new ones each time they do so. Now, I would be here all day if I would go through all the other false stories that are continuously spread. When people arrive in Ireland seeking international protection, they are fingerprinted, photographed, and their details are recorded. This information is checked against a number of international databases, including Interpol and Europol. That, to my mind, is a form of vetting. Once these details have been gathered and processed, the refugees stay in temporary centre while they await a decision from the Department of Justice. These people receive a payment of €38 per week and have their meals provided in the centre they are staying in for far too long. This is the direct provision system which was established by Fianna Fáil and the Progressive Democrat government back in the 90s as a temporary system. The system has been expanded and maintained by Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael successive governments since then. This is a failed system. It fails the taxpayer, it fails the people seeking protection because of the huge delays involved. But it is a success for a small number of people. It is a success for property owners to provide accommodation. It is a success for a small group of legal practitioners being paid by the state to establish the legal status of the applicant. I often hear different communities ask, well, why have these people come to our village? Well, that's because the owner of a building has come to a financial arrangement with the government department, and that is simply why. Despite years of criticism of this Fianna Fáil established direct provision system, it still remains. We've had the McMahon report, we've had the Catherine Day report, we've had a dire system that stays in place all the time. People coming here simply want a better life, and we have an obligation to provide that to them.